poker traveler, traveling round. Call me the poker gypsy now.
Hello, my name is Matthew Marvin, aka the Poker Gypsy. Alright guys, this hand is going to start at 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 35 seconds. This hand is going to relate to setting a pre-flop budget and letting hands go after you raise pre-flop. Basically control. I'm going to throw in table image here. I'm on the button, got 3-2 offsuit. First to act limps, 8-seat limps. I raised to $15. First off, it's a bad raise. In the previous hand, I talk about a leak I had to remove from my game. This is another one. If two players have already entered the pot, and small blind and big blind are still left to act, raising here is a negative EV play. I have used this move enough to know that over a long period of time, it's going to come out negative. If you're going to make a position raise, try to do so if only one player has entered the pot. Otherwise, just call. Just so I could shorten up this hand review, small blind ends up re-raising the pot with 7-6 suited to $62. Everyone folds. This is a great move by the small blind. Usually when a player makes this move, they usually have a strong hand, especially from the small blind. Looking back from the tapes, I think it's safe to assume the big raise was most likely also done to send me a message. I had been raising a lot, and when you are aggressive, players to your left feel it the most. When players start 3-betting you pre-flop, that's usually a good indication that you should start to slow down and be a little less aggressive. In poker, as long as you have your opponents guessing, you're winning. When other players can pick up on your patterns and predict your play, then you become exploitable. Just because you raise with a playable hand pre-flop doesn't mean that you always have to follow through. Balance and control are important. As for pre-flop budget, try not to spend more than 10 times the big blind pre-flop. Without the river, there'd be no fish. Alright guys, this next hand is going to start at 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 58 seconds. The hand I'm going to talk about now is a high risk play. I do not recommend that you do this often, but it is something that you can work into your game. Calling a raise with trash on the cutoff in order to sneak in and play position. I'm on the cutoff, obviously. Folds around the seat 2, who raised to $12. I've got 8-4 suited. I call. Button does fold and I do get position. So at this point, my call was a success. Small blind calls, 3 players to a flop. Unfortunately, seat 2 has aces. Small blind actually bets into a dry rainbow board, and those two go at it. I fold. Now, even though it didn't work out for me, this time I can go on record and tell you that this move can be profitable long term against tight fit or fold opponents. It is labeled high risk, just something to throw in your game every now and then to disguise hand strength and keep your opponents guessing. If you call in this situation with trash and get the opportunity to fold face up, I highly recommend doing so. Keep them guessing. That's a pretty juicy hand if you guys want to go watch that one.
YouTube channel, The Poker Boy, you should know me by now. Brad Owen, Andrew need me. You gon' see me, I'm found. Drawing dead vlog, look like my body going after the poker. I'm talking poker lyrics. I'm buying in, hoping to cash out. I got to hear me. Cash me out.